Hello, and welcome to Bloomerang Volunteer. My name is Colin Veach, and I'm a database coach with Bloomerang. This session is going to look at the role manager level scheduling and rostering. Let's get started. Here we are signed in to a role manager opportunity in the view that they are going to be looking at. We'll go ahead and move over to the Schedule tab, where you'll be able to see the shifts that contain the role that you are managing. Keep in mind, you will not be able to see the full schedule from this view. Now from here, you can do things like create a new shift if you would like to. You can look at scheduled shifts, scheduled roles, or scheduled staff with your drop down here. You can also do things like change from list view to calendar view if you would like to. Additionally, you can filter by anything that you see in this view as well, including things like shift-based filters or tag-based filters. Once you have a particular shift selected, you can take action on that shift. So as we click our take action, you'll have the opportunity to do things like export to CSV, send a message to the people in the shift, have a bulk add or remove for roles or tags, copy shifts, move shifts, bulk change settings, or delete shifts if you would like to. Of course, this applies to new shifts that you're creating if you decide to create shifts in this particular opportunity and this particular area. You can also customize what is displaying on your screen with selecting particular columns. So utilizing the show and hide column area, you can select new columns if you'd like to see new information being displayed. When looking at your calendar view, you have the ability to adjust to the day version, weekly version, or month version of this view if you would like to. When creating a shift, keep in mind that you'll be able to name it, provide a date, as well as a time. You can create a new venue or new location if needed, or if it already exists and you want to select that one, that can be available as well. You can do things like create and add roles and add tags at this particular level as well. You can see that only the roles that you are a part of will be available in this particular area. So I can add a role here if I'd like to. Within this particular area of that role, you can adjust the staff required, change sign-up limits, visibility if you need to. You also can utilize roster mode by scheduling staff for this particular role. Lastly, you can also adjust the status of this particular piece, whether you want to have it as a draft that you can edit and adjust later. Of course, in the draft setting, others will not be able to see this information even if they are assigned as a staff. If you'd like to publish it and make it visible to those individuals, you can adjust that either while you're creating it, or that is one of the things that you can take action on and adjust the status from draft to published if needed. Let's go ahead and switch our shift or our view back to list view, and we'll go ahead and look at our scheduled roles. Here is where you can see the status of each of your roles. You can do things like sort by a particular column if some of them are filled or not filled, and you can adjust, and you'll be able to see which are understaffed or which are fully staffed based on that particular status. That's the most common usage for this scheduled roles piece in this particular view. Next, we'll look at our scheduled staff. This will show you how all of the staff and volunteers in the shifts that they are scheduled for and the role that you are managing. So currently I have none, but if I were to add any staff and volunteers to shifts for roles that I manage, they would appear here. Additionally, you'll be able to see things like their confirmation status if you send a shift confirmation message. So if they've accepted or declined, you'll be able to review that status of that confirmation there. Finally, you'll have the ability to look at reports as well. In the reports section, you can see things like hours worked for the staff that you're overseeing. You can look at form question responses, decline shift reports, scheduled gap reports, as well as shifts worked by groups, the check-in or check-out by staff, and a variety of other pieces as well. That is our session on the role manager level scheduling and rostering in your Bloomerang database. Remember, if at any time you need more assistance, you can reach out to our support team at support@bloomerang.com. They're always happy to help.